Good morning, everybody. Well, at least it's morning the time of this filming. What you're seeing here, it's the magnetic stickers. That one's not. That was a pre-shot there. Regular paper. But anyway, this is the paper I used. Magnetic photo paper. I think I got this at Michael's. I don't remember. But anyway, I printed two sets of numbers. So all I have to do is cut them out. I've got a metal board out there I can put them on until they're ready to go on the turntable stalls or on the main line. Some of them I'm probably going to have three of because I printed them up once before. Like there's an example of one. So there's going to be three of the 231s and some of the other locomotives. Everything here is a powered locomotive only. I don't need it to be anything else other than a powered locomotive. So later on, I'll cut these out and put them on the layout. Other thing I'm doing, once I've got this going and it's on my lap, this old PA1 that I got, I've been working on it. It's all bound up. It doesn't seem to run very good. And I bought that proto one at the train show. So I don't really need two powered ones. So I'm going to go ahead and gut this guy out and make him a dummy. He'll probably sit on the shelf again like he has been. But anyway, he'll be a dummy unit. These older Athearn units, sometimes they're really not worth the trouble. And in this case, the old PAs, the mechanisms that they used in them are really, really bad. It could be worse. It could be one of those old Athearn rubber band drives, you know. So, and I still got to buy parts for this guy. I had purchased a new sound card for it because the old sound card, the motor wouldn't work in it. And I burned it up. And I put a different non-sound decoder in it yesterday and tried to get it to run. And it smoked too. So I don't know what's going on with it. I'm thinking about just making a dummy unit out of it for now and then buying another powered unit. I would really like to paint this up in the Kodachrome because I have tons of pictures of that in Kodachrome and only one of it in gray and scarlet. So I don't know. Project for the future. Keep it tuned here to old Randy J. He's always up to something. Always up to something. So anyway, I got a bunch of powered locomotives sitting over here, and it's a ton of blue box stuff. And just a little bit of Genesis. The old Proto 2000 series, like I said before, I've had that locomotive. It's a good locomotive. My problem with it I had was it fell off the shelf and I gave it to somebody to repair and I never got it back. So that's what happens when you give things to somebody and they think give and then they take it and you never get it again. So anyway, that's another story. And my old Kraus. Let me show you guys the inside of the Kraus. This old Rubber Rossi. Don't laugh at the motor, okay? Look at that old motor. Believe it or not, this thing runs. I do have a DC power pack and some track that we use for the Christmas tree. I may just put this thing on it and see if it works. And, you know, DCC is not out of the realm of possibilities. You know? So right now the shell is being painted. I got a friend of mine got the shell. He's going to paint it up. I got to buy some detail parts for the shell and make it SB. So anyway, that's what I'm up to. I'm going to go out and run some trains later. I'll bring you guys along with me. For now, it's Randy J signing off. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What are you growling about? Somebody wants my attention. Either that or she's thinking, what the hell are you talking to yourself for? Alright, I'll see you guys later. I'm not really a big fan of graffiti, but the club has a car just exactly like this. In fact, I have WMRC number 2. They have WMRC number 1. And I guess we're going to be able to tell them apart from now on. They don't look identical. So I'll do some more graffiti stickers on the back, decals. Right now I'm waiting for my microsol and microset to do their job. Good products. Most of the time, 99% of the time, I will buy a microscale decal sheets. The only time I don't is when they come with the kits from Walthers, and they're really lousy decals that come from Walthers. They're thick, they're heavy, they don't really conform to the corners and rivets and anything like they're supposed to. But the micro scales are nice and thin. They do a good job at covering up the rivets. You can see the rivets through the graffiti, and it's going to look really good when it's all done. I got some dull coat I'm going to hit it with, and then I'm going to go do the other side. And then I've got to weather the graffiti a little bit because, you know, that white is going to be a little dirty after traveling around the layout. But the reason I chose this car for graffiti is because it tends to sit in one spot more than the other cars. So it's going to get tagged by all the graffiti artists, despite the fact that I'm modeling 1965 to 2000 or to 1996. Toward the end of 96, the graffiti artists were coming around, and so I'll put a little graffiti here and there. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a fan of graffiti. I will put it on a few cars and maybe a couple of buildings or something, you know, as I build my train layout. You know, what do you guys think of graffiti? Yay, nay? Oh, and this here too. Let me show you real quick. The automatic car identification tags. These are really neat. Back in 67 to 77, they were running an experiment, and they would put these reflective plates on the boxcars, and along the tracks there were these scanners, and the scanner would scan them, send the information to a computer, and they could track where the cars were. Well, this worked really good until that little AC eye plate right there got dirty, and it would start giving off bad information. And eventually what they've done is they've gone to a radio activated one, which is much more accurate, and it's so much easier to track things now with the radio activated ones than it is with these the old automated car identification labels. It was a good idea. If you look closely at some things around here, like that, same thing. That all started it right there. So anyway, little history. If you get bored and you have time, there's a video on YouTube, I believe it is, about the ACI labels. If I come across it, I'll put a link to it in one of my videos in the future. Uh, really interesting. Uh, and you get all the facts straight. I don't have all the facts straight. I'm just doing this at the top of my head. So, uh, anyway, I'm going to go back to what I was doing and finish putting together this video. It's too cold to go out in the garage right now, so maybe later on this afternoon I'll go run trains and put those magnets up. In the meantime, I'm just watching my screensaver. Oh yeah, airplanes, flowers, Yosemite. More Yosemite. And trains. Wairika Western 19. Reno Snow Train. Snow Train again. Yeah, it's a 737. And SB 1233. I helped restore that locomotive years ago. Got to run it a little bit. Fired it a lot. And we're going to end it with the squirrel. See you on the flip side. I'll be back with more in a bit. Here you go with the stickers are now in place. Everything that is on the layout in any way, shape, or form and their stalls is now recorded here and here. Number 5 does not have anything sitting in it right now. 374 is on main 1, 3384 main 2. And indicator boards here show the same thing. So that's how it's going to work. And the car that got graffitied is, like I said, kind of always sits over here somewhere, or possibly over at the other corner. But there it is. It's my cleaning car. It only runs when I need to run light cleaning on the track. The heavy cleaning I have to do manually. So once again, everything's looking good, coming together the way I want it. I keep making more and more plans. So the sun has come out. It's warming up outside. It's nice. We used to have those 110-degree days there for a while in the summer. And now we're down to just in the 70s. It's going to be nice. Nice, cool Halloween this year. All right. I think this is going to do it for this video. I'll put together some more stuff here in a few days and show you what I've been up to. We can keep track of everything I'm doing. Like I said, my PA1 runs. I was going to have it hooked up to this train here and run it for you before I started a new video, but I think I'll include that in my next video. So I look forward to that. The PA1 is going to be running in the next video, and pulling that train back there, and I'll move Amtrak back into the yard. And I'll get something better for the next video, something new. Maybe I'll move some of those porta potties. I got about 8 porta potties down in that campground down there, and it's beginning to smell. Pun intended. Okay, Randy J signing off. See you on the flip side.